Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our journey through the Scriptures. Today, we're diving into a story of fear, faith, and incredible courage found in 1 Samuel chapters 13 and 14. It is a classic tale of how a moment of panic can lead to a big mistake and how one person's bold faith can change everything. So, let's set the scene. King Saul is facing a massive Philistine army. We're talking thousands of chariots and soldiers, a force so intimidating that Saul's own men are terrified, hiding in caves and pits. The pressure is on. Saul is waiting for the prophet Samuel to arrive and offer the sacrifices before battle, as was the custom. But Samuel is late. Days go by, and Saul's army starts to dwindle as soldiers desert him. This is where Saul makes a critical error. Overcome by fear and impatience, he decides he can't wait any longer. He takes matters into his own hands and offers the burnt offering himself, a role that was not his to perform. Just as he finishes, who shows up? Samuel. The prophet is direct and stern, telling Saul, "You have done a foolish thing. You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you." Because of this act of disobedience, born from a lack of trust in God's timing, Samuel tells Saul that his kingdom will not endure. It's a heavy consequence for a moment of panic, showing us how vital it is to trust God's plan, even when we can't see the way forward. But just when the situation seems hopeless, the story shifts. Enter Saul's son, Jonathan. While Saul is stuck in a state of inaction, Jonathan is filled with a different spirit. He looks at the same intimidating Philistine army, but he sees an opportunity for God to work. He says one of the most faith-filled lines in the Bible to his armor-bearer, "Perhaps the Lord will act on our behalf. Nothing can hinder the Lord from saving, whether by many or by few." Think about that incredible faith. Jonathan isn't relying on numbers or military strategy. He's relying on the power of God. So with just his armor-bearer by his side, he decides to reveal himself to a Philistine outpost. He sets a fleece of sorts. If the Philistines say, "Come up to us," they'll know God has given them the victory. And that's exactly what happens. The two of them, Jonathan and his armor-bearer, climb a cliff and charge into the enemy camp. Empowered by God, they cause such chaos and confusion that the entire Philistine army panics. The ground even trembles with an earthquake, adding to the turmoil. The victory is so complete that Saul and the rest of the Israelite army just have to join in the pursuit. It's a stunning turnaround, all because one person, Jonathan, chose faith over fear. He didn't wait for the perfect plan or for the odds to be in his favor. He stepped out, trusted God, and saw a mighty victory. This story gives us so much to reflect on. We see the contrast between Saul, the leader paralyzed by fear, and Jonathan, the prince propelled by faith. It's a powerful reminder that our God is not limited by our circumstances. When things look impossible, when we feel outnumbered and overwhelmed, we can choose to act in faith, trusting that nothing can hinder the Lord from saving. Jonathan's courage reminds us that one act of faith can create a ripple effect that changes everything. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this story encourages you to choose faith over fear in your own life. If you found this message inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next study. See you next time.